Yeah, we did it already. Ain't that what Birdman say? We did it already. Now check this out. This here is the 4th podcast of The Status. You understand me? And you're speaking with James Mack and Mr. Flowers.
It's the Shantastic one.
This Shantastic one. That's deep. Now, we're a podcast about many different issues that talk about the community, talk about everything that's going on. So, we've been doing our research. We've been, getting some facts. And we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna move into it a little slow because we want y'all to come in. So we're gonna give y'all enough time to come on in. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and roll a commercial, from one of our sponsors. And then we're gonna come back and see y'all. So don't forget, this is the Status Podcast. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to come on back in here. Before we roll to that commercial, you want to say something to him, Mr. Flowers?
It's episode 4, the 4th installment. We've actually hit you with the introduction, let you know a little bit about ourselves. We kind of gave you the mental illness.
Yeah, that was cold.
Last week we gave you child support.
Yep.
And today we are going to hit the infamous relationship topic. Why do you get cheated on?
It's gonna get real serious around here. That's it. It's gonna get.
Do we need to put a disclaimer?
We're just
drop
saying.
The disclaimer.
We're gonna go ahead and roll this footage from our sponsors, and then we're gonna come on back and get this thing started. We're waiting for some of y'all to come on in to the podcast, so we're gonna because this is a good one tonight. So we're gonna make sure we don't get to the juice before we get to the squeeze. You feel me? Here we go, y'all. All right, we back. We're back. I think that's the most appropriate way to say it. We're back. And like Birdman say, we did it already.
And another one.
So tonight's topic is, let me pull that up real quick so y'all can see that. Why did you get cheated on? It's a lot of different reasons, and there's some facts too. So we're gonna get to all that. I know y'all, out there, why you got cheated on, and you know why you cheated. So what we want you to do is call in. You see the number on the screen at the bottom of the screen. It's call-in show. We finna get into it, and we want y'all to call in because there's some stories that need to be told, and there's some lessons that need to be learned about why you got cheated on, and what can you do next time to prevent that. Or if you're currently in a relationship, what can you do to keep yourself from not being cheated on?
Well, I don't know if there's anything you can do to not get cheated on.
There's definitely some things you could do.
Well, there's some things you can, I was always told that, being in a relationship, it's like standing in a mirror.
Wow.
Your mate is literally a reflection of you.
Okay.
So the things that you do not like about your mate, you actually do not like those things in yourself.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that a woman or a man may pick somebody subconsciously based on the things that they don't like about themselves? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that they pick people that they don't like about themselves.
Okay.
They pick on the things that they don't like about themselves in their mate. So, for example, if I am the type of person who is insecure with my mate talking, doing other, being friendly with, she has a bubbly personality.
Okay.
Right. Typically, the individual who does not like that in their woman
Mm,
or man, and if woman is she don't like that in her man,
mm,
it's because they in turn is kind of like a they're not social, they're kind of socially awkward,
not
and so because they're socially awkward and their mate might be the life of the party or a bubbly personality, you have the red and the green apples, right? And so if I'm a red apple, you know what I'm saying, which is the one that most people actually gravitate to, right? But if she's a red apple and I'm a green apple, you know what I'm saying, then I'm going to be is certain things about that red apple that I as a green apple is going to have I'm going to nitpick about because most people gravitate to that red apple.
I feel you on that,
If
but
if I'm making any sense.
it makes sense. But I object and just try to. I want to throw this in there. Like,
Okay.
what if you? Is it a such thing as checking her, or like maybe you just checking her or something? Like,
Well, I mean, checking who am I to check anybody?
okay, okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
And so it's almost like, can I have a conversation with her to let her know, okay, these certain things I don't particularly like.
So what if
But
she tell you that's just the way she is?
then you have to accept her for who she is.
You might get cheated on. You might get cheated on. Mr.
Well, I mean, but again, that goes back to the original statement. I firmly believe, and I'm one who believe that you can't do anything. Like, I can be the perfect mate, right? I can do everything my mate so desires. I can take care of her, I can provide for her, I can do whatever the case is. But it's going to be that one thing that that's not going to satisfy her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
Because
one thing.
right. So, of course, there's the 5 love languages.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
We heard
I'm
of that.
sure everybody's familiar. If you're not, there's 5 love languages. Words of affirmation, physical touch, the act of giving. What did I say? Words of affirmation, physical touch, the act of giving. There's 2 more. I can't even think of the other 2 right now. I know when I took the test, reading, because there's a test in the back of the book, right? I found out at that point that I was bilingual because I scored the same scores on 2 different of the 5 languages. Some of us,
You was bilingual in the love language.
right? So, when you take the test, and in the back of the book, they ask you repetitive questions, and after you finish the questions, you take the score.
Okay.
I scored the same number on 2 of the 5.
Got you.
Two of the 5 was my highest scores, and it was the same score.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, words of affirmation was 1, and physical touch, quality time is number 4.
Okay.
So you got words of affirmation and quality time was my 2 that I'm actually bilingual in.
Right.
And so you got physical touch, words of affirmation, the act of giving, quality time, and then that 5th one, it just eludes me.
So with all that being said and all that knowledge that you withheld,
Just spewed out. Okay.
you still got cheated on.
I've been cheated on, and
Okay.
but karma's you know what I'm saying. And so and I believe that I got cheated on simply based on the fact that I was in my my early days, my heydays.
Okay.
I was that dude,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Flower
so,
man.
yeah, I was spreading seeds everywhere. I was just sprinkle me, man. So I'm saying that humbly now as a 43-year-old man, but
Right.
In my teens, 20s, and even my early 30s, I was all the way through there.
Right.
I even used to call myself Mr. International because I had
goodness.
been all over the place doing certain things.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to brag or boast. I'm just saying that's my my situation.
Yeah.
But I firmly don't believe. Of course, and I've taken a course called Radical Love. Big up to New Mercies in Little Burn, Georgia. And so I went through a course called Radical Love, in a pre-marital counseling situation, right? And I think that's the problem with a lot of things. With a lot of people, they don't take pre-marital counseling. They just jump into marriage. You know what I'm saying? And so because they just jump into marriage or they just jump into a relationship, they've been housing or cohabitating for a period of years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they just say, okay, well, we already been doing X, Y, Z. We might as well get married. But they haven't taken any type of counseling between themselves and as a couple.
Right.
And that's why, divorce is so high.
Okay.
And I know you got something,
things
to say about
we
divorce.
definitely gonna get into that. I never been divorced, but you have, right? Or no?
I've been divorced twice.
Okay, so we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that, and I just want to remind everybody that's out there watching, we got quite a few on the different platforms right now, tapping in, and we appreciate y'all. We want to make sure y'all call in. This is an interactive show, so make sure y'all call in and give y'all feedback, because this serious. A lot of people don't know why they got cheated on, and they still trying to figure it out. So it might be somebody out there on the serious side that's hurt right now and trying to figure out, like, man, why did I get cheated on? Brother, you weren't doing some things right.
But it's like I said, it's one of those things where, yes, it's easy to blame something on the other individual.
Yeah.
Versus looking introspective at yourself.
Or the sister out there might be, why did you cheat on me with, old girl, or why did you do that? Or
because you got, it's 2022, so you got girls cheating with other girls. You got men cheating with other men.
I wanted to do that hurt even more. We're gonna have to get into that, dude. If you get cheated on, if your girl cheat on you with another girl, do that hurt even more? Or, I mean, I hate to say it, but if your dude cheat with another dude, is that pain? Like, how does that affect you?
Man, I have no idea. I have no idea. I have literally caught one of my exes in the bed with another guy, literally.
Ooh.
And
Call
so,
him right now.
and so,
Mr. Big.
I know how I know how I felt in that instance.
Ooh.
So I can only imagine had it been another female, that she was literally having sex with. I probably, I have no idea. And I was actually pretty calm in that situation.
What you doing sleeping? Turn to Mr. Big on.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. All right, well, we're gonna get into some facts right now. Let's get into some facts. I'm gonna let you go ahead and pop off one of them facts first.
Well, the first fact, since we're talking about divorce,
okay,
is
we talking about relationships in general,
right? But we're on the subject of divorce right now.
Cool.
So as of April the 6th, 2021, Black women were the only group that had a higher divorce rate than marriage rate. And so,
wow,
with nearly 31 divorces per 1,000 marriages.
You finna have some sisters out there mad right
now. And so, think about that for a second. Okay. You're talking a higher divorce rate than the marriage rate, right?
That's deep.
And 31 divorces out of 1,000 marriages. That's actually, so when you start talking percentages,
right? That's
what, 30%?
Man, I just had to sit there and think about that for a minute. That's cold right there. That's cold.
And then on the flip side, now mind you, there's more women than men. Right. And according to some research that I did, it's 80, and this is, I'm talking black men and black women in this actual stat, right?
Okay.
So there is actually 88 men to every 100 women. 88 black men to every 100 black women.
Is that facts?
That's a fact. I actually looked that up today.
Okay.
It's 88 black men to every 100 black women.
But that's not saying where they at though.
No. Now, of course, that's just, from birth, right?
Okay.
According to the Census Bureau.
Gotcha.
Right? And so That's not talking about the the millions of men that's incarcerated.
Yeah.
That's not talking about the hundreds of thousands and the millions of men that has been shot down or murdered.
Oh man.
You know,
R.I.P.
and then you're not talking about the hundreds of thousands or millions of men that is in cohabit in that's out on drugs, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Or homeless or whatever the case.
A lot of guys on drugs.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you start talking those factors,
Mm-hmm.
then then that number starts plummeting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, and I don't want to spew out any unfactual number.
Okay.
But if it's 88 to every 100,
right,
and then you start factoring in all of the other things, then I can say this: that is why interracial marriages is on an increase.
Man, them white ladies out there really trying to act up. They trying to act different.
Because back when back when grandma, granddad, mom and dad, even our generation, when we was coming up, interracial marriages was a no-go.
Right.
Like it was shunned upon. You know what I'm saying? And so now in 2022, according to statistics, you're talking it's over 90% that's that approve of interracial marriages now, or interracial relationships.
Yeah. White women, they different.
You even have professors from Harvard.
Yeah.
I actually saw a study today from a professor that was from Rutgers University.
Okay.
Who is actually writing articles on why black women should marry white men.
That dude is what the young guys say. He cap. That's cap. What he talking about?
And it was based on the statistics that I quoted out in reference to the 88 to 100.
That's
and
crazy.
Then of course, those three determining factors.
That's crazy. Listen here, that's crazy. Listen here, I just want to reintroduce ourselves. This is the Status Podcast, and tonight we are talking about why you got cheated on, and we about to get real serious, and we about to get real loose with the conversation. We just breaking it open right now, so I want y'all to sit back, get y'all some popcorn, and get ready. This is a real show, and we want y'all to call in with some of them stories, because we're gonna tell y'all some stories tonight too about some of the things we've seen, some of the things we've heard. So y'all better get ready, because this is a show that you don't want to miss. I also want to let y'all know to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. We need the subscribers. Get that up.
Hit the likes.
Hit the like button. Throw some hearts, some fires, whatever you need to do, man. Let's go.
And so before you go into your stats,
okay,
right? I have one more, because I just
do your thing. See, I'm ready.
We just did the numbers, right?
I was in the law library, like
we just did the numbers. I guesstimated about 30%.
Yeah.
As of August the 16th, 2021, according to Georgia State research, this is Georgia State University research.
Yeah.
Right. Only 29% of African Americans are married, making them African American women are married, making them the most unmarried racial ethnic group in the United States.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Though the majority of them want to be married.
Yeah. So that's deep. That's real deep. And then, okay, so with that stat, then you wonder why a lot of sisters are getting cheated on. Because it's a lot of competition out here. So, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, you can go ahead and get lax on your man if you want to. I know a lot of men out here, they ain't really standing up to the plate like they need to be. A lot of them, they not really, when y'all go out. I see when y'all go out, I be at the restaurants and stuff. I see y'all coming in with y'all dude, you know what I'm saying? And y'all see a brother like myself over here looking like, me 2 private jets. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at your dude, he looking at jets. You know what I'm saying? And then they look back at they dude, he looking like $25. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my dress up, yes sir.
You know what I'm saying? So you like, dang, that's the kind of dude I really want. And then you looking at all these programs and all these shows, and you seeing them brothers on there, you know what I'm saying? And you like, man. And then your dude come in and he, he got his pants hanging down, and he, 50 years old. So you like,
Well, that thug passion it became extremely popular back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, women love the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they love the bad guy.
Right.
But in most cases, the bad guy really don't love them. They love what they have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When in pertaining to looks and body types,
right?
And the clout that comes with being with a sexy, fine, thickalicious woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you don't see too many, D boys or hardcore guys with the slim, cute girl.
I wonder what's that about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't see that too much, and you don't see that because don't no clout come with the cute, smart girl.
Don't no clout come with it.
Don't no clout come with that.
What you mean?
Like when you step in the party, as a dope boy with the cute, slim chick.
Okay.
Ain't nobody like, ooh, who is that? Ain't no ooh, who is that going on with the slim, cute chick?
Why not?
Because as Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, and all that stuff have actually shown you,
right,
the BBLs and the big booties and the big breasts and the thick thighs save lives and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff has always been it.
But that's low key fat though.
Back in the day, it was you're right. You know what I'm saying?
It's to the point to
but
where
it's in the eye of the beholder. See, back in the day, if you was, back when we was coming up, if you was curvaceous to that degree, then it was, I ain't mess with that fat girl. But then after the Kardashian, world changing, stuff started happening. Yeah. And everybody started getting BBLs.
Right.
And everybody started doing all this other stuff. Then that became the norm.
But you see, now they going back though. You see, they getting skinny. They tightening up because they already know.
Right. So they actually, and one thing, you can talk about the Kardashians. People can hate on the Kardashians. Yeah. They can do whatever. Yeah, she started off with a sex tape. Right. But look at what she's done since the sex tape.
Right.
She's made millions, and not only did she make millions, close to billions, but now her whole sisters and family is, what I'm saying, her stepdad has even crossed over to, he has become a she.
Yeah, he turned to a whole woman. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, all of that stuff now is they put it in your face and everybody's copying that, and it's just like almost with what's the little girl, Hannah Montana. Yeah. What's her real name? I can't think of her real name right now. Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus was the first one, if I can remember correctly, was the first one that was out twerking.
Huh?
Miley Cyrus was before twerking became the thing.
I'm gonna give you one for that.
The white noise.
Yeah.
But no. But seriously, look it up. Research it. Miley Cyrus.
Come on now. Now twerking been going on.
No. People been booty shaking, yes. Since the Luke days and even before
twerking?
That. But the term twerking and literally, what they call twerking nowadays.
Okay.
Was popularized.
Okay.
By Miley Cyrus and Paris Hilton.
Okay.
All of those two were the ones who popularized twerking.
Gotcha.
Once they started doing it and started getting the notoriety, then it, what I'm saying, of course we picked up on it, and then we took it to a whole nother. We took it.
They didn't pick up on it.
We took twerking to a whole nother level.
But what happened to the Luke show?
But that was dropping it. So again, females has been doing, dancing for a long time.
Right.
What I'm talking about is popular. Like we always, I'm from the South. I'm from Florida.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I remember being in the skating rink and watching the girls do the drop it low and the push, the pee popping and the salt and pepper, dance and all that kind of stuff. So I remember all of that. But the actual twerking, literally twerking
Right.
didn't become a thing until the early 2000s.
So you saying that's why a lot of women got cheated on is because of the twerking? Is that what you're saying?
You putting words in my mouth.
Okay. Well, let me say this. A lot of women out there, because we was just talking about weight just a second ago, and I have to throw this out there, and it's real. A lot of you women out there, black or white, Hispanic, whatever, we just ain't gonna pick on the sisters. It's a lot of Hispanic women out here eating, they Hispanic foods and things like that. They getting a little bit too big, right? And you getting cheated on because of that. Because when your dude met you, you was a nice size. But now because you knew you had him, you let it go. You let it go.
Well, I think that's a catch-22.
Okay, give me the 22 of them.
I say that's a catch-22 simply because not only did she let herself go,
okay,
but typically she's the one doing the cooking in the house.
But we live in a new age now where they ain't even cooking no more.
But even still, typically
they not cooking no more, Mr. Flowers.
Well, they eating out. Both of them eating out there.
They not cooking no more.
Because if she ain't at home cooking or he ain't at home cooking, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a vice. It's a even kill. You know what I'm saying? If they are, if she's eating out, what do you think he's doing? He's eating out too.
And that's why he cheated, because he might meet a woman that's really cooking. She know how to put the cornbread on. She know how to sizzle up the, the greens. She can, put the black eyed peas together. And then he go to the crib. She got the McDonald's out. Got a Happy Meal for him. He don't want no Happy Meal, baby girl.
You're absolutely right in a sense to where
he don't want no Happy Meal.
You're absolutely right in a sense to where most, and the comment that I was making, well, both of them let themselves go, right?
Okay.
But it has become okay for men to be overweight, or for men to be out of shape, and I want some chicken, But when a girl, as my boy Kevin Samuels will say, boom, 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 once they get overweight, then his appetite might focus on something else,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Or instead of say, hey babe, let's go to the gym. Hey babe, let's stop eating out. Let's cook. Let's do whatever the case is. So you're absolutely right. But my question to you is,
okay,
does that give him the right to go out and cheat?
Well, and we got some structure around this for everybody that's watching. We're gonna get back on track, but we kind of freestyle right now because this is important. Y'all need to know like how real men feel about this situation. Now you said, what was that again?
So yes, both of them have let themselves go.
Okay.
His attention has focused to somebody who's a little slender.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more curvaceous or whatever this is, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, is that okay?
Okay. So I'm not gonna justify it, but is she willing to start working out? Is she willing to go ahead and do something about that? Or vice versa? Is he willing to go ahead and hit the gym? Can that man start walking, around or jogging and losing some of that pandemic, weight? You feel me? Because if it's a resistance there, and then you go out here and you see one of these brothers that's fit, or you see one of these sisters out jogging or something, you like, man, and then you mess around and bump to them at a work function. Mm-hmm. Y'all got to watch out for them work functions too.
Oh my.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that because
especially the Christmas parties.
Ooh, I gotta work. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I hate to be jumping from, I hate to do that, but this real. I need to get y'all while I can catch y'all.
Some Christmas.
If your girl if she tell you every other day she got a work function, because people fall in love at work with their coworkers. It's a real thing.
They spend the most time there.
You feel me? So if she talking about I gotta go to this work function and you not invited, buddy, I got news for you. You gonna go one time and you gonna meet Frank.
Oh, yeah.
And Frank ain't gonna be who she told you he was. Because she gonna tell you that he just an old dude and he just always be calling and sending her emails. Yeah.
And Frank ended up looking like the old boy from Baby Boy. What's
Frank
that?
in there looking like two private buses. You know what I'm saying?
What was baby boy stepdad name? That was Toto girl through the kitchen.
Frank in there looking like a Bentley, because he got all type of retirement and everything. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to get back to it.
You want some eggs, baby boy?
And then you're going to be like, man, hey, it happened to me. It happened to me. It happened to me. I was like, man, what's all these functions you going to? And I'm like, I want to go to one of these functions with you. Now, the whole time we getting ready to go to the function, she sitting over there kind of like,
she's salty.
I'm geek. I want to get to meet your coworkers you were talking about. Ooh. We get to the function. Brian over there. I'm like, what's this? He come right over. Hey, you know what I mean? I was immature at the time, so I had to pull it to the side. Man, what's good with all the little hugging and all that? You know, what's up with the extra little hold? That was like 2 seconds extra than what it was supposed to be. Oh, you're tripping. You know, man, I ain't tripping. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. And y'all got the cubicle side by side now.
So what was you doing that was not conducive to her liking to make her want to go to Brian over there?
Yeah, I hadn't stepped up my game at the time. My intelligence was inferior.
Okay.
You dig? My manhood was not where it needed to be.
Okay.
So I was paying attention to other things. And I'm gonna get into one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm gonna get into that. So that's a whole nother little situation I'll talk about a little later, because y'all might want to stick around for that, because that's gonna be real deep. But I wasn't paying attention to what I had in front of me. But at the same time, what I had in front of me was ultimately a woman that liked men. She just liked men.
She was extra friendly.
She was super, and I had to check her every time, right? So if I checked you once on it, and then we go somewhere, and then you doing the hugging, you know what I mean, with all the extra hugs, and I'm like, yo, you need to chill with that. Like,
so did y'all have the conversation? Was she one of those type of people who, when she met somebody out in the mall, in the grocery store, or whatever the case is, did she, have all the kikis and giggles?
She had the extras with it, and she always tried to make it seem like I was losing my mind. So you got to watch out for that, brothers.
Was she one to introduce you, or did she introduce you and still carried on with the kikis and giggles?
Well, I've always kind of been a man of respect, so it's always, if I walk up, just how I've been raised. You know what I mean? Go ahead and introduce me. But with some women, you have to consistently be on that. You know what I mean? If you don't, you would get kind of lost in the sauce, and then they'll, go on about their place. But check this out, and I ain't going to get into a whole bunch of stories about my life, because it's about your information. But check this out. I had a feeling, because sometimes you could feel when you getting ready to get cheated on, or you getting cheated on, or something like that. It's little small things that change, right? So one time she said she was going out to run. Now at this time, I got a pot belly. I'm not exercising. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brothers. I'm getting money. I'm doing what I got to do, but I'm not exercising. I'm getting out of weight. I'm getting loose. I'm eating, fried baskets at the time. I was still eating meat. Yeah, so I'm eating big chicken snacks and, you know what I mean, beef sandwiches and all type of crazy stuff with the extra butter on the top. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But so she gonna go out and run. So something told me to, wait about 10 minutes and go out too, right? So I wait about 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out too. So I put my little workout stuff on, because I got on one side of my mind, I'm like, I know she owns something. And on the other side of my mind, I'm like, well, I'm gonna show her that I'm trying to pick my thing up and get it back together, right?
Okay.
So I go out, right? Man, I look down the street, right? I see my girl and another dude walking together. Right now, she had just left to go work out.
Okay.
So I can't even run at the time because I'm overweight.
You was a little extra.
So I take off down the street. You know what I mean? So I couldn't get to them right away because I was out of breath, because I was overweight. My stomach was big. It was crazy. So I was like, hey. She looked back. The dude took off through the yard or something. He gone. She turned around and get to walking faster. I got my breath together. I went up to her. Who was that? Who was that? I don't know who he was. He just came up to me and started talking. Talk to me out there. Y'all see the number at the bottom of the screen. Come on, call in.
As Maury would say, the lie detector detects that was a lie.
That's what I was saying. You gonna tell me you just went out and this dude met you and y'all walking the same way? Y'all walking the same way. And then I'm like, hey. And then he split.
Well, the fact that he dipped that way, you know, because I don't see anything wrong if she's out exercising and then she got some company or whatever the case is. But you know, obviously something was going on, because once you made your what's called known, your presence known.
Yeah, I was sounding like a ferocious lion in the jungle.
He did, because as a man, and I'm out exercising, I see somebody that's exercising too, I might need a battle buddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we might just run the block, whatever the case is, together with nothing extra.
Yeah.
But the fact that he kind of just skedaddled.
Yeah, he got out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was too far for me to see if he was a big dude or what, but I didn't care, because at that time I felt like I was Incredible Hulk. I was like, you know what I mean? But I want to tell y'all this. This is what I really want to say. It's like, you know, sometimes when you getting cheated on, you see the signs coming, because I seen the signs, right? Like, I'm like, okay, she leaving extra early for work now, every day.
Okay.
Right? She coming home late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day. So, like, what you doing at work? Oh, I'm staying extra. We having some team meetings, this, that, and the other.
She was grinding. She was getting that money.
Man, come on, man. She wasn't getting no money, man. She wasn't getting no money.
You know, she had her goals written down every morning. She was, you know what I'm saying, she was on her 10X, you know, Grant Cardone thing right there.
This a 9 to 5. It ain't no 10X tour. You go there and you get up. But
okay.
I guess, you know, I was insecure at the time. You know, I should have been really doing my own thing. But then I started doing my own thing. And then that's when things kind of went haywire, I must say.
You know, I you know, separate absence does make the heart grow fonder.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And sometimes absence make the heart goes elsewhere.
We got a caller calling in. Let's see what's going on. Yep. Hey, it's the status. What's going on? Hello? Okay, they're gonna call back, I'm sure. And like I said, yeah, y'all call in, and let me hear some of that, because y'all know, I don't know, was I insecure at the time, or was I having premonitions of my girl cheating? I seen it.
Well, I think it was a combination of both. Listening to the story, I think it was a combination of both.
Being insecure and
it being insecure. You know, you said you was a big boy eating up all the chicken.
I was, yeah.
You know, and so you already had a complex within yourself, right?
I did.
And so her being out having fun, doing certain things, you had a premonition because you was kind of, you know,
I was chunky,
right? And so, you know, I don't know how good your game was.
The game still was immaculate, but I was overweight, so
you know what I'm saying. And I don't, maybe you wasn't letting it down right. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, but I ain't never had no complaints, man. All right. Oh man.
You know, but you know, hey, listen, man. What? I mean, I don't know how. I'm sure that was a while ago, because I've known you for some years.
That was a long time.
I've never known you to be a big dude.
No, that was a long time.
But sex toys and all that stuff was already around.
True. Let's get into one of these callers. What's up, my man? How you doing?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
We doing wonderful, all right.
Wonderful.
You know, we talking about cheating tonight. Give us some news we can use.
Good, man. I'm like I said, I want to congratulate y'all on the show. That's what it is, a show. Because I see this, you know, blowing up, you know, and being on a major network one day, man. I congratulate y'all brothers for, you know, doing what y'all do. I appreciate it.
Salute.
Give us some news we can use about cheating, man. You been cheated on? Have you cheated on somebody? What's happening?
All right,
Don't
man.
get yourself in trouble now. Don't get yourself in trouble.
With the whole cheating, first and foremost, I want to say this: if you have sex, before marriage, that's fornication, and if you're married, that's with a wife or a husband, that is adultery. With that being said, we can go on into the topic.
Okay.
Why did you get cheated on? It have a lot of factors to getting cheated on. You mentioned the workforce environment, where a lot of people in the workforce have work husbands and work wives, and the relationships really got exposed during the pandemic. Because a lot of husband and wives, or people that was in relationships couldn't stay or stand each other during the pandemic. So, and also with the whole working out thing, like you mentioned, a lot of men don't talk about it, but a lot of times, they can be impotent and not eating the foods of the Most High, and not working out and not staying active. That can cause, for someone to, cheat on you as well. And also, brother, there's a lot of delayed players out there, in the game. They didn't get a lot of attention when they was in school or in life in general, and they marry or get in a relationship real early, and they don't, and when they're in their 30s and 40s, people call it a midlife crisis, but it's really actually a delayed player, and they get cheated on because a woman sometimes get tired of being cheated on, and vice versa, and and a lot of times in that situation, you can do anything possible, but you might just get a Jezebel, and she's raising hell Monday through Saturday, and she turned into the virtuous woman or Ruth on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be careful, for women that transform on Saturday night at 11:59 into the virtuous woman and Ruth, and instead of getting a Boaz, they go out and get a Poaz, Pookie and Ray Ray. So that's what it is a lot of factors, the being cheated on, brothers, but those were some. And if you want to elaborate on some of the, what I just talked about, I'm a humble guest, and we can talk about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let them know what you do, how they can reach you. What's your social media, brother?
Social media, you can call Carlos Smith, Carlos Smith 55 on Instagram, and you can follow me on Facebook as well. You need moving services, the moving consultant, 801-604-5374, brother.
Yo, I promise we gonna have you on the screen next week, because you dropping some real science, my brother. We gonna bring you up on the screen next week. We talking about reparations next week.
Thank you. I got a lot more to say, but due to the other callers and the show, I would like to share a lot more. But those were just some of the the key factors of people getting cheated on the daily. I can regurgitate and talk about last week's show, but this is a new show. They have to go and listen to the last week podcast for that. But man, I just love what you brothers doing. I'm gonna stay tuned, each and every week.
Hold on, brother Flowers got something to ask you.
I do. I don't have anything to ask you, my brother, but I do have a fact for you, because it goes along with what you just said. Some of what you just said.
Hold that fact, because I don't think he can hear you, so you're gonna say it when I
Okay.
All right, my brother, we gonna get you on the show. Why don't you do this? Why don't you give us about 30 minutes and call back up with another one of them facts,
One
brother?
of them jewels you dropping.
Okay, I would definitely do that.
All right, thank you.
So I want to drop this fact real quick because he just elaborated on some things, and one of the things that he stated actually go hand in hand with the quote that I just got.
Okay.
He was saying, the delayed players.
The delayed players,
right?
Ooh,
and so
that was a gem.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, workers earn the most when they are between the ages of 35 and 54.
Okay.
Right? And the biggest jump happens when you move from the ages of 25 and 34 to 35 and 44.
Okay.
Right? And so that age, so when you start talking about delayed players, it might not be because they didn't get any play when they was in school or college or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they didn't because they were so focused on getting their grades so they can get these high earning, high paying jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they had the one girlfriend or the two girlfriends that my boy Kevin Samuels used to say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the one girl that he was in love with in college broke his heart.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so now here it is, he's moving up the corporate ladder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's hit 35 or he's hit, 36 or whatever have you. Like I said, the higher earning, the biggest jump is between 35 and 44.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so I have now made the transition from, beginning stages of my life to now I'm a higher, as my boy Kevin Samuels would say, now I'm a high income earner. I'm a high value man now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now that I'm a high value man and I'm making, $100,000 a year or more, and it's only 1% of all men making $100,000 or more per year. So now I'm in this pool, but it's a shallow pool because it's not that many in my income bracket. So now I have the picks of the litter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, I might not have been that guy in high school, that guy in college, but now I'm a high income earner.
That guy
I'm a high value man.
Yeah.
I'm that guy now. And so now I could just pick who I want to pick. And because, I picked you, or I might pick her, or whatever the case is, and she's not on, she's a twerker. She's that guy. She's that female that lurks around and kind of just, move from guy to guy, or when I meet you, when she meet the guy in the mall, she jumping in his arms while she with you and all that kind of stuff. She might be that person. Nah, bro, I don't want you no more.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? Fish. She might be a Tinder chick.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bumble.
Or what's the only? She might be an OnlyFans girl or whatever have you. Even if she's not, even if she's the church going girl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she's the Jezebel, as my boy would say.
That brother broke that thing
Monday through Saturday, and then get in church and want to play Ruth or Miss Proverbs 33. You know what I'm saying? That virtuous woman. You know what I'm saying? So, that says a whole lot.
But y'all stay in church too, though. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that stat says a whole lot, and it coincides. I wanted to say it while the brother was on the line, but of course he had to go. So
we're gonna get that brother on. That brother be dropping some gems.
But so he dropped.
That brother be dropping some gems. We gonna get him on the screen. Listen here, what I'm gonna do for y'all tonight, and I want, once again, call in. This is an interactive show. Please call in, put something in the comments. We'll talk about it right now. You know what I mean? We trying to make this thing like a real show. We working up to be syndicated. We're not playing any games, guys.
And let me say this, because I know the young lady who called in, for those of you guys that didn't see last week's show, the young lady who called in last week, who is in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I know that Kentucky.
Well, she's actually I think she's in DC. But she's from Kentucky, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So if she was so I knew it was Kentucky in there somewhere. So if she's from Kentucky, I hope her family is good, because I know Kentucky's having their issues right now. With
you out there, call in. We want to talk to you.
And so I hope everything's okay with her and her family. If she is in Kentucky, if she's from Kentucky, I hope her family's okay.
Facts. That's a real You know, that's a real cool thing to do right there. Hey, check this out. What we want to do, once again, y'all call in. Call in. Just don't be sitting on your couch listening to us over here cut up. Call in. But what we're going to do, we're going to go through some stages of some things you probably, if you're a brother, if you're a man, you probably want to look at some of these things and analyze these things. And then it might help you, you know, tighten your business up in case your girl cheating on you, okay? Stage number 1, okay, when your girl really start to really, you know, do her thing, right? Women or men, I put the men in there, feel as though they are missing something in their lives. So if you ever with, you know, a woman or a man and he has aspirations to do something and you are not supporting that, you know, or they want to go back to school, or, you know, they want to travel more, or vice versa, and you're not really supportive of that because you may be settled in your ways, or you may be good how you are now, you might get cheated on.
I concur with that statement. And I'm going to implement myself in that equation.
Okay,
right?
Let's hear it.
And
you got a story?
Well, I'm just going to make a little quick point and we can move on. Right?
Hold on, before you make that point, hold that thought though.
Okay, go ahead.
We got a call on the line. We got to talk to our callers now. We got to talk to our callers. Hey, what's going on? It's the status. Let me know something.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, we talking about why you get cheated on. Why you got cheated on?
No, I ain't get cheated on, Tim. I'm looking at the show and I'm watching some of the topics that y'all got going on. And, you know, it's not really getting cheated on. Sometimes we be cheating ourselves.
Ooh.
So who want to cheat? You know, because like I'm listening to the show, sometimes we just need to step our game up. You know what I'm saying? We got to.
True.
We up against the internet now.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We up against the TV. They promoting all these things.
That's true. Have you found yourself being cheated on? Or have you cheated on someone? No, better yet, have you cheated on someone?
I mean, I wouldn't really never call it cheating in my situation, because it's just basically you doing what you want to do. It's how is it cheating? You doing what you want to do.
That's
this is what you want to do. Now you could be cheating. You could be cheating yourself, because at the same time, while y'all here doing what you want to do, you might be driving that one person away from you that's really got your best interest. So now you're cheating yourself.
Right.
What is some of the signs you will see when they start kind of like fading away on you?
Oh man, you know, routine switch up. You know, we all know that, the routine switch up. What you mad for? You know what I'm saying? What you mad for? Then, like you said, in the situation, man, this all got. I mean, you could be cheating yourself the whole time, but then it could be you cheating yourself because you're not doing what you're supposed to do neither. You know, we ain't supposed to just miss out. You know what I'm saying? You got to step your game. You got to look at yourself first. It's about accountability, first of all. If you know you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you got to take that one on the chin. You got to take that one on the chin. It's about accountability. Some of us think we're doing everything we're supposed to be doing when we're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take breaks. It's things that you like. If the person that you're dealing with ain't producing that, yeah, you cheating yourself if you don't go out and get what you like.
That's real talk. That's real talk right there.
Yeah.
Brother, tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can find you. Shout out your IG or something. You still there?
He trying to get in the car. I heard the car door. Let the brother let him go.
You still there? Okay.
Let him go.
No, he said some real stuff.
But yeah, you can be cheating yourself. You know, yes, it's called cheating,
right?
But it doesn't describe who you're cheating on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that what he just dropped was some jewels.
He dropped some jewels. A lot of y'all been cheating yourself, not really taking in consideration what you have before you, like that brother said. What do you have before you? What, you know, you think the grass is greener on the other side, and then when you get on the other side, it's it ain't been watered in months.
Well, I recommend everybody who have not read the book, The Five Love Languages.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And one of the things that it talks about, and one of the things that I've learned in life after reading the book and actually having my eyes open to what's going on, is I can love an individual, but I might not be speaking that individual's love language.
Okay.
So she's not receiving my love the way that I'm projecting my love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so if for instance, again, like I told you before, I'm bilingual in that department,
in the love language,
right? In the love language, and so based on the score that's at the back of the book,
got you.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm bilingual. So with that being said, I might be the type of person who just quote unquote, and it's not my love language, but I might be the type of person who like giving gifts, right?
Right.
But she might be the type of person who wants you to spend time with her. Her thing might be quality time.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And so I'm buying gifts, and she don't give two flips. She don't care about the doggone gifts.
Right.
She want me to spend time with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you always know what a person's love language is by how they show love. You know what I'm saying? And so if she's always wanting to be with you, it's not because she don't trust you or she's just, or whatever the case is, that's her love language.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and you don't, you that's not your language. So you kind of like, go on, move, why don't you stay home? I'm gonna go do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you rather just go to the mall, buy her this gift or whatever the case is, like, here you go, and then wonder why she don't appreciate the gift you gave her.
Yeah, she don't care nothing about no,
because she don't care about that.
We're gonna get into that though, because I'm thinking like, well, is that even the right person for you?
It ain't about that, because God never puts two people exactly alike together. He always gonna put somebody who your weakness, she is gonna be her strength.
I don't know if I understand. I don't know if I believe in that. I don't know if I believe in that.
Well, the creator, whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
There, you can never put two positives together.
And I don't know. I
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
On a jumper cape, you got a negative and a positive.
That's right.
And so if you put two positive ends on a battery, what happens?
Well, that's a battery though.
Think about it from its energy. So if you put two positives on a battery, what happens? Nothing.
Okay.
If you put two negatives on a battery, what happens? Nothing.
Okay.
But if you put a negative and a positive together, it goes.
Man, I'm thinking just arguments. I don't know about that. I'm thinking arguments,
but again,
disagreements.
But then it goes back to the opening statement that I made. Right, which is that your mate is a reflection of the. You know what I'm saying? Being with your mate is like looking in the mirror.
Potentially.
No, it ain't no potentially.
It gotta be a potential, because you could be with somebody that ain't, that's not like you.
They say opposites attract.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Opposites don't attract. The opposite, you know what I'm saying? Again, your strengths is going to be more than likely where she's where she falls at. Like her weakness is your strength, and your weaknesses is her strengths.
Well, I'm gonna ask the 15 or so people that's online right now. Hey, y'all call in and let me know if this what Mr. Flowers is saying. I don't agree with it, but if Mr. Flowers say it is what it is somebody call in.
If both of y'all are headstrong, what's gonna happen in that relationship?
Right. No, I feel you on that. Definitely. I do. Well, what if like
and think about alpha female is a new term. That's a
new term.
That wasn't a term that's a term that was just created within the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I don't want no alpha female. We're gonna get into the stage 2 of things you should watch out for if you potentially being cheated on or about to get cheated on. Or why did she cheat? Well, stage 2 of why she cheated or why he cheated is because they experienced a reawakening desire stimulated by an encounter of an opposite sex. So she may have been out and somebody slide up in her ear like, say, baby, you know what I mean, you real cute, you know, you know, I just want to take you out. And she get that thing, and she remember John back in the day, and it hit her like, man, that was John used to slide her with that cologne, and I just smell that bun number 9, and he used to whisper real soft in my ear like that. And then, you know, she end up taking the number, even though she know she ain't supposed to, because she remember how John used to, you know what I mean, do what he do to her.
I hear you. I had to think about it. I had to marinate on that.
You got to think about that one.
Yes, we all have familiarities, right?
Yeah.
We all have certain things that, you know, whoop de whoop
trigger something in your mind.
Right. Everybody has triggers.
Yeah.
Right. But if she or he acts on
it,
that particular trigger,
yeah,
then what is that? What is the bigger picture? What is the bigger issue?
The bigger issue, most likely, potentially, is that he not happy at home. Because if he meet old girl in you know, at the club or the grocery or the gas station, if he at the gas station and then he see her and like, let me help you pump your gas or something, he just on some, you know, but then he kind of see her silhouette or something, and it remind him of, you know, a old girl. And then, you know, her whole conversation is just beautiful and really respectful and really enchanting. And then he like, man, when he go back to the crib, he already know his or to the house, excuse me, he already know his woman about to be like, it took you that long to go to the gas station?
Okay.
And now he's like, I want to feel some more of that encounter that I felt with her, that I really felt with her.
Well, you know, of course, it's, you know, what you did to get her or him, it requires that plus more to keep them.
Plus more?
Plus more. Because people, humans are gradually growing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that person that's, you know, he or she was at 21 is not the same person that she or he is at 31.
Right.
Or 28. Yeah. Or even at 23. You know what I'm saying? And so what it took to get her at 21 is going to take that plus more to keep her at 23, 24,
yeah,
25.
That's true.
And so
that's true.
You probably, you know, she probably remember you doing that back in the day, and you didn't got off your game. You know what I'm saying? And now here it is, Romeo comes up at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whisper those sweet nothings in the ear.
Yeah, and they ain't talking about nothing.
Smelling like, you know, Tom Ford.
Yeah, he got that oud. He got that oud on.
You know what I'm saying? He smell like Tom Ford, you know, or that doggone or that Savage. You know what I'm saying? He smelling good, looking good, you know, and talking good. You know what I'm saying? The same things you used to do back in the day.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's what that is.
That's what that is.
That's what that is.
And then she like, or it's the dude that she had before you that really was her, you know what I mean, was her real guy.
Well, everybody has that one.
Yeah.
Right? That one that got away. A lot, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a majority has that one that got away. Yeah. Right? And so, you know, and then of course after you go through that one that got away, the next one is the rebound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one that you just dog the living crap out of.
Yeah, you like, man, get out.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't want her or him. They're just really fun. You know what I'm saying? Because they're helping you get over the heartache, pain, misery, or whatever the case is.
That kind of hurt.
That's
gonna hurt some folks out there.
That one put on you. You know what I'm saying? Or that you put on yourself.
Yeah.
Doing whatever it is that's the reason why she didn't, you know, he or she didn't stay. And so, you know, so yeah, there's a strong possibility. So maybe you wasn't the one. Maybe he or she is still hung up on the one, and you're just the plaything. But you have actually gotten to a place where you want her, but she really, or he or she really don't want you.
Right. They kind of seen some of those characteristics in you, but it wasn't all the way there. They
Right.
like,
Maybe you ain't got your stuff together. Maybe you are the guy that's trying to, here in 2022.
yeah,
Maybe you are the 9 to 5 guy that go and love her dirty socks, so to say. But you ain't the one that's knocking her socks
okay,
all the way. You know what I'm saying? And so, so there's a little resilience because you cool, I like you, you going somewhere, but you ain't really doing it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I got this rose over here, and I got all these things.
Man, you ain't bringing that funk. Fellas, bring that funk every now and then. Bring that funk to the table. You know what I mean? We gonna get into that too, but bring that funk.
You ain't bringing that
then.
Congo magic.
Yeah, you might have to bust in there and, you know what I mean, go ham.
And that is a thing, whether y'all want to admit it or not. That is a thing.
He gonna do it. He gonna do it. But anyway, all right, we're gonna get to that.
On
anyway.
to the next time.
We're gonna touch back on that because some of y'all brothers need to realize, man, you got to go there sometime.
Well, maybe let's not just put it on the guy.
Right.
Let's just not put it on the guy.
We can't
because maybe her stuff is a little sloppy. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay.
But let's move on to the next one.
All right, stage 3 of when you know your girl is either cheating or she already cheating. She's already, doing what she do, or he or him. You know what I mean? They are already involved in an affair. Ending an affair or contemplating divorce. So if your significant other, be it male or female, come to you like, you know what, if you hear any type of things like I'm just gonna get a divorce, they might already have something lined up on you. They might already have experienced that nostalgia they've been looking for, and now you just sitting around thinking you got it made, looking at her like she trash, and somebody else looking at her like she's the treasure.
I look at that twofold.
Okay, how so?
Yes, you can discard someone, and you view them as someone special, but that not special enough for you.
Right.
But the next guy do view them as Jack Sparrow's treasure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that can happen, but also if I'm not mistaken, if I heard you correctly.
Yeah, okay.
You were saying if she comes to you saying that she wanted divorce, he or she comes to you saying that they want a divorce. Yeah. Repeat that for me. Let me hear that again.
Contemplating. It's contemplating divorce. So they're ending affairs, they're involved in affairs, or they're contemplating divorce. So if you kind of hear that, that's the stage 3 of when they already kind of in the middle of what they trying to do.
So they're talking or discussing an affair or divorce and trying to get with you.
But they probably ain't discussing. Well, this is to the person they're with. Gotcha. If they with you and you cheating with them, of course they like, I'm finna get the divorce because he ain't or she ain't, or I'm finna just go ahead and move on. But no, this is if she come home after the work function, and we ain't trying to start nothing out there, but we're telling you better look out. She come home after the work function, she like, you know what, this is not working. Man, a lot of times she done been counseled by the wrong counsel.
Well, females talk. Men talk too, but females talk.
I'm gonna get into that.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you might have your girlfriends or whatever the case is in your ear saying, "Girl, he ain't nothing, girl." Da, 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 da. And girl, look at him. He doing this over here, and your man over there ain't doing da 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 da. Yeah. Or we as men, we talk too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, we can be in our homeboy's ear.
Yeah.
But it takes a real individual.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, it takes a real individual to negate all of that.
That's hard.
Buzz work.
Yeah, that's hard. Because you could be considered a hater or you're hating when you do that. Pull your man to the side like, hey, look, man, I don't know.
Depending on how he feel about it.
That right.
Because if he's really in love with her, then he ain't gonna really pay you no attention. But if he already kind of suspect and already, you know what I'm saying, then once he start entertaining, you're no longer.
I learned a valuable lesson from that, and I don't mean to, go off the subject, but I remember one. No, I'm not even gonna get into that. Anyway, no, I ain't gonna get into that.
Okay,
I ain't gonna get into that. I just thought about something. I'm like, nah, I shouldn't.
Too personal.
Yeah. But all I'm gonna say is you have to be careful with letting someone know that potentially, even if just don't say nothing.
Well, what goes on behind your closed doors needs to stay behind your closed doors.
That's facts. All right, let's get to stage 4 of like when this is pretty much when it's almost either you're gonna accept it or you're not, or it's gonna be over. So it's like, stage 4 includes those who choose to stay married and continue their affairs and who choose divorce. So we talking about somebody that's like, look, we can keep our marriage because he or she might be crying, I want to stay married and let's work on you can keep that, we can keep that, but I want to have an open relationship now. If this ain't working, we can stay married for the kids, or we can stay in the relationship for the dog, or we can keep the apartment together and then I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing, but we can stay together. Or I need other options. I need some more options because this is not working, this is not enough, it's not satisfying me. And that person is like, okay, well, let's just stay together for that reason.
Well, for my religious people out there, that's not first of all, if the divorce should never be an option, right? Unless the individual is beating on you, it's very detrimental.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, enough is enough. And that from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just words and acts and so forth outside of the physical, then y'all need to go take some counseling, or y'all need to go try to figure this thing out. Because once it get that bad, then it's not just he or she, it's some of you too.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might be a whole lot of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys need to go seek some counseling, which what in our community we do not like to do. We just like to say, I'm done and be out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it comes to the sanctity and it comes to the actual marriage, and maybe if you are just boyfriend and girlfriend, then y'all need to go kick rocks and be done with each other.
Right.
But if you already married, depending on how long you've been married or whatever the case, even if you only been married for a short period of time,
okay,
y'all need to go seek some type of individual counseling, as well as marital counseling, together,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And see if you can salvage it. You know what I'm saying? Because men, we cheat based on physical. You know what I'm saying? Like she looks good, she makes me feel this way, or whatever the case is. But women typically, I'm not gonna say all women, but typically a woman cheats from an emotional standpoint. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to cheat. Typically a woman's not going to cheat unless it's just like, I'm completely done with this guy.
I'm done with it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not all women. Let me put emphasis on not all women.
That's true. But
typically the woman is done when she's done emotionally with you. That's when she's
it's a cheat. Done deal. Man, I got some news y'all can use for the men right now. Actually for the women, excuse me. So a lot of women, the name of the show, the topic of the show is why did you get cheated on? And guess what? We finna give you some jewels and some understanding behind why you got cheated on, because you need to know this. You feel me? So number one, and this is why men cheat on you, women, especially some of my sisters out there.
Not because they just dogs.
Right. Your man is cheating due to lack of appreciation.
I made the comment last week, and I'm gonna say it again this week.
Come on, talk to the people.
Women and children cry for it. Men will die for it. And what it is, appreciation. He coming home after a long, hard day's work, and you sitting there on your phone looking on Instagram. You ain't cooked nothing.
your belly cleaned up. Some of y'all just got off work yourself, and you like, I'm tired. He tired. Now the whole house just tired.
Well, everybody likes to be acknowledged, right?
Right.
And so if I'm busting my behind every day, doing whatever it is that I'm, whatever my profession is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I come home, I want to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
I want to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And same thing with her. When she come home, she wants you to acknowledge.
Right.
It smell good in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I see you did cleaned up.
Boil some water. Put some seasoning salt in the pot.
Put some cinnamon in the water or something. But she want to be acknowledged. She wants to feel appreciated that that she took the time to clean the house up.
Yeah.
She that she got the kids together.
Yeah.
And the bath ready and all that kind of stuff before you got home. She want to be appreciated and stuff too. So it works both ways. So yeah, women and children will cry for it.
But I'm hearing
die for it.
You right. But I'm hearing a lot of women that is holding down the household. When they working too, a lot of them work from home. They stuck on the social media. I'm hearing a lot of guys saying, man, all she do is be on her phone every day, all day. She don't do nothing.
Well, people see what they want to see, right?
That's deep.
And so if you're looking for a reason to gripe and complain, you're going to that's just like a woman going through your phone, right? If you're going to find what you're looking for, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're going through his phone because you believe that he's talking to somebody else. Yeah, you're going to find him talking to somebody else.
Right.
Now no, you're going to find him talking to somebody else. I'm not saying he's going to be talking to them in a negative fashion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure he's had some dialogue at some point or another.
Yeah.
With somebody else or with another female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you go in it of course, if your mental is jacked up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously your mental have to be jacked up to be going through somebody's phone, right?
Potentially,
your mental has to be jacked up. You know what I'm saying?
Have that intuition. You might know it,
But what type of person? Even if your intuition is okay, because a woman does have intuition. So even if her intuition is saying that you're doing whatever the case is, her mind still has to be on the flip side. You know what I'm saying? In order to go through your phone, and most people's phones is locked.
Potentially,
you know what I'm saying?
But a lot of relationships now they share the code.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, that's their fault. But you know what I'm saying? If you don't have, of course, if you don't have anything to hide, like for instance, prime example, if I'm at home, my phone is laying on the kitchen counter, or on the nightstand, or whatever the case is. And if I'm doing something, hey mama, hey babe, go ahead and answer that for me, or whatever the case is, because I don't have anything to hide.
Okay.
Right? Or what's your pin so I can open your phone? It's da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead and do what you got to do. Now, but in order for her to go through your phone, she still has to be in another mindset. She has to be in another headspace. Same thing with the always complaining about somebody being on Instagram.
But hold on, but 6 months later, you like this here.
That's the possibility.
Phone ringing, you like this here.
But again.
Is you cheating?
That says more about whom.
Yeah,
Now, if he is sliding through, stepping outside on the terrace, or stepping outside to talk on the phone, or whatever the case is, then you already know what time it is.
The phone ring. Who is that? Why you keep asking me who this is, man? Why you on my phone? You know what I'm saying? Is he cheating? Is he cheating, y'all?
You already know what time it is at that point.
Do you really know what time it is?
But the key word is 6 months, 4 months,
right?
A period of time later. You know what I'm saying? So obviously between the first time and now, something has gone terribly wrong. Now the trust factor is out the window.
Right. And once that's gone, it's
and the conversation and because the trust is out the window, conversation is out the window.
It's a done deal. Right.
And we all know, and the pimps used to say it back in the day, and I still live by it today. Conversation rules the nation.
Mm.
Everything, the world turns based on conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some good conversation, y'all. You better tune in.
And so once you stop including, once you stop acknowledging, once you stop informing,
right,
then the trust goes out the window. And then once the trust goes out the window, then you really is just sitting on a volcano. It's ready to erupt at any time.
Yeah. And it most definitely do sometimes in these relationships. All right, let me tell you another reason, and I'm talking to the women right now. Let me tell you another reason why you might be getting cheated on, for real. Check this out. Men need their ego stroked
all the time.
All right. So if you out and you about and you see Don over there, and Don, he got the chunky muscles and all that, and you telling your man like, dang, he over there swole. You really probably need to tell your man, even though you know he not swole, like, baby, you looking good. You looking like you been hitting the gym. You know, he might not even be hitting no gym. You know, he might be, but or you might just want to every now and then tell him he's smart. Baby, you so smart. Some of y'all out there like, dude, you so stupid. Like,
Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer because they are about to get upset with me about making this statement.
Oh my God.
Right here. Okay?
Here we go. This the clip.
So only black women.
Ooh, y'all call in.
Do that, right? Because if you look at Becky, right? You look at Becky. Becky don't do that with her husband or with her man. You know what I'm saying? Becky is humble enough. Becky is taught to quote unquote, praise their man. To raise their man up.
I don't know, Mr. Flowers.
They're taught that from look at. Okay, look at it.
Gotta be honest. I had a couple Beckys. Everybody that know me know I had a couple Beckys.
But you got a couple. But
I had a couple Beckys. I ain't gonna even lie. They was out of line a little bit. So you watching this, you know you was out of line. You know you was wrong.
But you're not kin. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're not kin. So if Becky, and I don't know at what point it was when that happened, but if Becky brought you home to Ken, you know what I'm saying, to her dad, what was going to be said, and it, depending on what city, what state, what area you was in, it wasn't going to be nice.
Hey, I too much ain't even care about what they.
I know you don't, but I'm just making a statement.
Yeah. And they really didn't ever want me to see them anyway. I'm just gonna keep it real. So he ain't me, but they ain't want me to see them anyway.
But Barbie is going to uplift Ken, right? Julie. Hold on, that's not a good.
Julie is some Julies out there.
That's not a good Hispanic name.
Oh, a Hispanic name?
Yeah. Eleanor. Eleanor is going to she's going to uplift, Jose.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know about that, brother.
Eleanor is going to uplift her. But she's going to uplift Jose.
Being here in Miami, I have seen a lot of of togetherness.
Yeah, because they're, you know what I'm saying, they're one thing about our Latinos.
Yeah.
They hold the fort down.
They do. I've been seeing a lot of holding hands. I don't really see a lot of holding hands in black communities. So I see a lot of holding hands and stuff like that. Real display of affection out, in the public. So PDA type of thing. So yeah, it's a little different for sure.
Ajima is gonna hold down Adashi. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those are my Asian.
Okay, for the Asian people out there, looking for brothers.
And
see y'all.
and then of course, Sanja is gonna hold down, the Indian guy. I can't.
Okay. Shout out to the Indians out there.
But Shaniqua.
Oh man.
Oh, Shaniqua gonna talk about.
Oh man.
She gonna dog you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
She gonna give it to you.
Ooh.
She gonna give it to you.
Is that systematic though? Is the sisters like have they been raised like that?
Tasha gonna give it to you, bro.
Have they been raised like that?
Well, you know,
to take no stuff from the men and kind of like give it to him like real.
Well, you got to think about it from there. Think about it from this perspective.
Okay.
Most. I ain't gonna say most. Let me retract that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women are coming from single family homes.
Okay, right.
A lot of black kids
mm-hmm.
are coming from single family homes.
Facts.
Right. And so mom is teaching the daughters to be men and raising the sons to be the daughters.
Y'all might want to call in on that. I'm telling you, y'all might want to tap in, put something in the comments.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this true what this brother is talking about?
Because the mothers is telling the daughters to go to school.
Yeah.
Don't need no man for nothing.
That's facts.
You got to go get yours.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of us dads are too. We're
right.
teaching our daughters the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
That joker don't want nothing but this, that, and the third.
Right.
And so forth and so forth. So we're teaching our daughters to be men.
Right.
We're treating, and so and we're spoiling the crap out of these boys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're allowing them to stay in their rooms, play video games.
Yeah.
We ain't doing too much of anything with them. We're just buying them whatever the case is, all the new shoes, all the new clothes. We're not teaching them any responsibilities. We're not teaching them that, okay, well, in order to get them shoes, you got to go out there, rake some yards. You got to go do X, Y, Z. We're just spoiling them. Typically what our fathers or what our grandfathers did to our mother, to our fathers and their daughters.
So you saying that's making them less than men when it comes to relationships?
Absolutely.
And the men and the young men that's been raised by their fathers is more attractive for the women because they like, no, he know
they have an example.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so think about it. If you're being raised, I God, I think my grandmother, and my mom, you know what I'm saying? Because, and my auntie, you know what I'm saying? Strong black women. My grandfather passed when I was 10. So my grandmother raised me and my older two brothers from from teenagers, so to say, up until adulthood by herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then of course we had aunties and my mom would come periodically, to do, what they need to do. But we saw examples of strong women.
Right.
But I can honestly say, not having a strong male in the house or around as an example.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers, we had to figure things out on our own through trial and error.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so now here it is, we're adults, you know what I'm saying? And so I told you in the beginning, I've literally been married 3 times.
Okay.
The first one was annulled.
Okay.
And then of course I got divorced the last 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So through trial and error, now I can sit here and have relationship, give relationship advice because through trial and error and through counseling and through, studies and reading and so forth.
Y'all hear this, brother? He said he can help you. You might want to call in, get some advice.
I'm not perfect by any stretch of imagination, but that's just that it is what it is.
That's true. I hear you. I hear you.
You know me, I'm gonna give it to you straight.
He's gonna bring the flowers to you.
I'm just, I'm gonna give it to you.
Hey, check this out, women. Y'all might want to pay attention, and this can go for women or men. But your man or your woman, they might cheat on you because they desire adventure and they don't want to be with a boring person. See, you might not have been born when they met you boring. You may have been, you might have been up to go on some bike rides. You may have been, wanting to go, roller skating or go do some golfing or something or travel. And now you like, I don't feel like things may have changed in your life. Maybe you just want to chill, and they're still that active type person, right? So now they like, baby, let's go, ride the bikes. Let's go to the trails and do some miles and go through the trails.
Let's go on some jet ski. We in Miami. Let's go on some jet ski.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to, let's go on a boat. Let's take a road trip, wherever, and you like, man, I don't like doing that. I'm just trying to chill.
I can't get my hair wet.
Oh man, brother, you said that. Oh, y'all sisters, Mr. Flowers coming for y'all.
I can't get my hair wet. Go ahead.
And then it will actually be a Becky, or a Susie out there that'll really be on that. Because there's some sisters out there that be on it too, but it's really some Beckys out there that'll hit your phone like, hey, let's go hiking.
Let's go hiking. Let's go scuba diving.
Yeah.
Let's go on some jet
Let's go
skis
scuba.
or whatever the case is.
It's all on me. Type of situation. Now what you gonna do? You looking around at your girl, she on the couch laid up, potentially looking on Instagram or watching some old ETV or some reality show, and then Becky like, well, let's go on a road trip.
Well, it don't even have to be a Becky.
It ain't gotta be Becky.
It could be another, another sister.
I do apologize about that.
It could be another Tasha.
It could be another Tasha, real. That's active.
Right.
That really want to go out and bike ride.
There's some Tashas out there that's in the gym.
It most definitely is.
Actually, it's becoming more of a popular popular thing now.
Is.
That Tasha's in the gym.
It is.
Tasha is out at the beach. All that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they still don't want to get their hair wet though. They might go. They might put their toes in the water.
That's right. Some of them get their hair wet. Some of them do.
Some of them.
It could be a Derek that's calling your girl like, hey, let's go. Let's go on a bike ride or something. Let's go jog.
Let's go down to the Keys. Let's go jump out some planes.
Let's go jog. Let's go on. Let's go jog.
I'm a little extreme. I love extreme.
Yeah. Let's go scuba dive or something. You know what I mean? Hey, what you doing this weekend? Let's take a day trip to to the mountains. Yeah. And you like. When she tell you that she going to meet up for a church function, you like, baby, go ahead, I'm straight. When she tell you she going to a church function and you don't question it, and I ain't saying you supposed to about what church.
Well,
what church you going to at 9:30 in the morning and you gonna be gone at 6?
Well, first of all, my question would be, why are you in the church with her?
See, I ain't, because you get complacent, right? So you like, nah, go ahead. I'm good. But then she make that U-turn and she meet Derek down there and they.
Oh yeah, Derek.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They going to the mountains.
Digging up.
They finna take that day trip to the mountains.
Yeah.
Brother, we gotta wake up and pay more attention to what's going on out here, because it's some good women that's being cheated on. And there's some good women that's doing the cheating.
Well, I don't know this to be a statistic.
Okay. We call it a loose fact.
Yeah, well, this is a loose fact.
Yeah.
Women cheat more than men.
Women know, I believe that.
Women know how to cheat better than men.
Let me expound on that. And that's one thing that I always keep in the back of my mind anytime I'm dealing with a woman, is the fact of women plan. If you ever got a woman and she can plan surprise birthday parties and she can plan getaways and all this here, and you don't know nothing about it, and then she just surprises you like, baby, look, we going to boom, 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 boom. I already got everything already planned. You best believe she could plan that cheating thing too.
Oh man, listen, I know women personally.
They cold.
That will literally sit in the parking lot of a grocery store.
Yeah.
Or sit in the parking lot at your house.
Yeah.
I mean, sit in the driveway at your house and talk on the phone with another guy.
And be having just the best conversation. I had one like that. I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I had one like that.
And come in the house and act like ain't never happened. Like she just been like she literally just getting home. You know what I'm
clever. I hit her right after we get done talking, because I just need to say one last thing, and it never answer the phone. Oh, so why you don't never answer the phone after we get done talking?
I was driving.
Driving, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and let you go, because this ain't even hitting right. I know it ain't right. It ain't right.
But they cheat better than we do.
They do. So that's why you have to be extra careful, guys, because especially with their friends, because they friends cold and they really have stuff set up.
But think about this. Most men, I'm not gonna say all of men.
That's okay.
Most men get their game, whatever game they got, from a woman.
That's cold. That's cold.
And so women call men dogs, but most of the stuff they got from their mama or their aunties.
If they telling you they going to the store, then you might want to ask them what happened at the store. You heard it was a car accident. and then they gonna come back and say, I ain't seen no car accident. No, don't get into all that, because then you get to working your mind too hard trying to catch them up with something, and they might have really did went to the stuff.
They so fly and so cold with it though.
They might is cold. They
might get you.
They is cold.
But it's one of those things where that is again, that's just a loose fact.
That's a loose fact.
But I simply believe that, and again, most women women will more than likely deny it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because they are so centered with their stories and fact. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see most attorneys are women.
Wow,
because they will literally, double. They will cross you up like
clever.
They clever, man.
Hey, check this out. Women. Men cheat when their woman, when they feel like their woman is unhappy. Men cheat when they feel like their woman is unhappy. Talk to me. We got these lines open too. Y'all call on in, man. Y'all call in, leave something in the comments.
Well, and that's because he know that he's probably the root cause of her unhappiness.
Potentially.
You know what I'm saying? And so because he already know he's the cause, he know what he ain't doing.
But let me ask you this. What if you get a woman that maybe, and I ain't trying to, shame nobody. What if you get a woman that has like depression issues? What if she is constantly depressed and not happy?
Well, you do have some that's out there like that. Yeah. And well, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, brother.
But the Jada Pinkett's of the world.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you do have some that's out there like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and unhappy people hurt people. And so, if you are grappling or grasping with someone like that,
yeah,
then again I reiterate, maybe y'all per se don't it. Maybe the best route to go is to go through counseling individually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then go through counseling as a couple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously if they're complaining and they're just depressed and whatever, they've probably said, done, or whatever case, it's some hurtful things, and you're kind of just like, man, forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's because of whatever she or he got going on their insides.
Because they may hit you with the, well, this don't have nothing to do with you. It's about me.
Because that PTSD is real.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
For it ain't even just army cats though. Cats
no.
Live in the hood.
But PTSD isn't just military. We coined it.
Yeah.
But it's not military, because you can be an average Joe, and who was abused as a kid.
Yeah.
And have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? You can be somebody who was raped and have PTSD.
Right.
Which is why when you put her in XYZ position, she instantly.
Wow, you going deep now, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And so PTSD is far more than just being at war or being in a military situation. You can be in the streets of Chicago, in the streets of Atlanta, Miami, or whatever metropolis city or rural area.
Yeah.
And have PTSD from seeing a drive-by or seeing whatever the case is. So PTSD works on many levels.
And I want to add, PTSD also can be experienced by watching violent things on the internet as well, on like Instagram and stuff. Did you see people on there whacking themselves, killing themselves on there, or killing other people on there? Or I know some people just like to watch fight videos all day long. That now you're being exposed to that violence,
right? And
you get a certain type of depression behind it. You might see somebody get killed, and then I seen something like that on Instagram one time. I seen somebody get killed, and I felt bad about that because it was a little kid or something. I'm like, man.
Think about it from your perspective. The world,
yeah,
have PTSD based on what you've seen with the riots and golly, I feel so horrible now because I can't remember his
brother
name.
Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the world has PTSD because they literally sat and witnessed that
Right.
over and over and
Exactly.
over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so PTSD doesn't have to be something that's violent.
Mm-hmm.
PTSD can be something of a soft whatever nature. If it happened to you, if you witnessed it,
Right.
and it's had some form of effect on you mentally,
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah. And you could be just extremely depressed about that and behind that and don't know why you're depressed, and then you're not giving your significant other the time of day or the communication they need to stay with you.
Right.
You feel me?
For example, and we're gonna get off of this, we're gonna move on to the next subject. But for example, children, where we actually coach PTSD when kids are children, right? And I say that simply because if a baby is literally walking in the kitchen and you allow that baby to touch that hot stove, the fact that they refuse to touch it again is PTSD.
Okay.
Because that burn is embedded in their brain, it's embedded in their mind.
Right.
You understand?
No,
So
that's real.
it's cause and effect, yeah,
that
but
makes sense.
But it's PTSD.
That makes sense. And it could be, check this out. You could be with a woman, or you can meet a woman that have been abused in a prior relationship, physically abused in a prior relationship. And like you saying, like you can be a certain type of way with her, but she experienced so many bad things that came around certain things to where she flinch, or now she's depressed. Like y'all might go out and she may, maybe too friendly with a dude or something, or she may do something that she can tell that you don't like, and that triggers her to thinking about when she got in the car with old boy and he gave her one upside her, on I'm not trying to make no fun of it, y'all, but he abused her. And then when you get in the car, you're trying to figure out what's wrong with you. She didn't flip and went into a whole nother zone.
Yeah, she in a whole nother mode right now.
You know what I mean? Because, and now you pressing the issue, you trying to figure out, well, what, and now you feeling like, you know what, I don't even want to be in this relationship no, because every time we go out or every time we go to the bar or something like that and we chilling or whatever, and then,
why you don't ever want to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That one of those type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the magic that's a phrase that's like, synonymous.
Yeah.
Why you don't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you never want to kiss me? Why you don't ever want to do this? Or why you don't ever want to, why when we in the club, you always, just sit there, or why, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations. Why you never want to.
Now that brings me to my last pointer I want to point out, and that's women, you want to pay attention, because another reason why you may have been cheated on is because men seek love and affection. You know what I mean? So I know someone, or I had someone that I knew that was kind of like raised in a different scenario, right? So every time you come through the door, she wants to do a kiss, every time you come through, but that's just the way she was raised, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the different type of affection that her family shows in their relationships, right? Mm-hmm. So that kind of tripped me out, because I'm like, man, I'm not really used to that, right? So that was different, that was some love and affection that I never, never felt. So I say that because a lot of women don't even, like we said before, even acknowledge their man when he comes to the door.
Okay.
They don't, rub the man back. They don't caress that brother. And that brother, he wants to feel that. And then he mess around and meet somebody with that affection for him. And then he gonna, when they go out, when they cheat on you and they go to the movies or something, and she giving him the old back rub, or she, holding hands with him, now he's feeling something that you should have gave him. And when he returns, you still don't give it to him.
Well, men wants to feel like the king in their home.
Right.
And they want to feel like they're the number one choice.
Yeah.
Just as much as a woman wants to feel like she's the number one. You know what I'm saying? So if I come to you and you're treating me like I'm not a number one option.
Yeah.
Like I'm not QB1. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're not treating me like Tom Brady, on the Buccaneers, right? I mean, I gotta give it to you. You know me. Metaphors is my thing.
Mr. Flowers.
So if you're not treating me like I'm Tom Brady on the Buccaneers, right? You're treating me like I'm Cam Newton on the doggone on the Patriots, right? And so I'm going to go and find someone who treats me like a QB1. You know what I'm saying? And so am I going to leave you to go find that? No, probably knowing me, yeah, probably. But the average Joe, people don't like to be by themselves, so they will much rather stay with you, even though you're not making them happy, because of comfort, because I'm comfortable with you, even though I'm comfortable. Which means I know what you're going to do. I know what your routine is. So, and I know when I come home, I'm not by myself. But you ain't doing nothing for me. So I'm going to go over here and do XYZ. And then I'm going to come back to comfort because I don't have to be by myself.
Is that okay for her?
It's not okay for anybody.
Right. But if she accept it, is that okay if she accept it?
It's not okay for anybody.
Okay.
If she accepted it, that gives that if she or he, let's just know, if she or he accepts it, that just means something more going on with that individual to allow themselves to be treated and accept, to be treated in that manner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that person probably got some low self-esteem. That person probably feels like he or she is not pretty enough or sexy enough to get someone who she or he actually deserves or want.
I need to touch on that real quick.
What's up?
So do you think that is women out here that's pretty much primarily in relationships that they're not happy with, and with guys, and letting guys do whatever they want to because they have low self-esteem? Is that what
Absolutely. You're saying? They have number one, Instagram, Twitter, all of these different social media sites have made people believe, with filters and all this other stuff, that people look better than what they actually, and makeup, that people look better than what they actually do. And the people who don't live up to that, actual view, it lowers their self-esteem because they're saying to themselves, why can't I look like XYZ? Right? Why can't I have that type of life? Right. Why can't I go on these trips and do XYZ? You know what I'm saying? I don't have a booty like that. I don't have a body like that. You know what I'm saying? And so because you have that going on, now that's why you seeing, as we discussed earlier, the beautiful slim girl go and get the BBL. You know what I'm saying?
And it don't look right.
And then she got the doggone smush pillow look. You know what I'm saying?
And then you might get cheated on for that.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't even look right no more.
And because what they're seeing on Instagram is all these different men liking these pictures.
Yeah.
So they believe that, okay, well, men like this. Right. So let me go and do this because this is what men like.
Programming.
You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, every man that I talk to, and you know what I'm saying, yeah, we like to look at it, but we don't want that.
Some of it is not even bearable to be looking at. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all really need to think twice.
So, we might, we might look at her twerking, or we might look at her, whatever the case is, on the ground or Twitter or whatever social or TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what we want. We just like the view. You know what I'm saying? And so now myself, that individual self-esteem is low. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, on the flip side, from a male's perspective, if a man is allowing that female to do XYZ, it's because, okay, this female that I'm with, she might be the TikTok or Instagram sensation, right? She's getting thousands of likes and so forth. I can't. I know XYZ is trying to talk to her. I know it's if she's getting thousands of likes, I know it's thousands of men in her DMs. You know what I'm saying? So now I've shrunk and minimized and whatever the case is, because I know if I go to the grocery store and find, um, Jennifer, or Tasha or whatever the case is in the grocery store, who's the wholesome, clean, don't give a hoot about
Where
all
Jennifer
that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna treat me how I want to be treated.
Right.
But she's not getting all the likes and the attention that she is. That Shaquanda and Lakeisha and all of them
Okay.
is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, it goes back to the original statement. One of the original statements that we started off this broadcast with is most of the guys. I'm not gonna say all, but most of the guys don't want the pretty slim girl.
Right.
The good wholesome girl. They want the Lakeishas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And because the Lakeisha is going to make them look bigger than what they are. You understand what I'm saying? So when the D-boy, when the dope boy, or when that bad guy comes around, you know what I'm saying? When the Futures and all of them come up, they ain't coming to. Remember when Sierra first came out? How slim Sierra was? And everybody was talking about she was a hermaphrodite and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, after Sierra has, developed and Sierra has gotten more mature and, even more beautiful than what she was back then when she was a slim girl. Same chick, but now she's a trophy. Then she was being labeled as a hermaphrodite and, all that other stuff because she was just a straight up and down, female.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
I got you. Well, let me tell y'all this here. This has been an interesting conversation, and there's much more we need to, put to this subject right here. This is, why did you get cheated on? We gave you about 2 hours worth of why you got cheated on, and there's much more that we can do and put in your minds. I just want to say one thing before we close it out is that what I want you to know is there's a new easy way for you to make money. All right. What I've did is I've created a course to help you get into the jewelry business. A lot of people always come up to me and ask me, how did you get into the jewelry business and what can I do or what steps should I take to get into the jewelry business? Well, what I did is I created these steps for you step by step so that you can learn how to make over $600,000 in your career, 6 figures consecutively, but you can make over $600,000 like I have in the jewelry business. What I want you to do is I want you to go to Prosper. Okay, I want you to write this down. Go to prosperwithjamesmack.com. All right, you're gonna get to that website right there. When you get to that website right there, I have 3 reasons for free that you can, study and learn the benefits and why you should get into the jewelry business now. We're facing recession. We're facing all these different economic downturns. So now is the time to kind of take another look at your career status. And jewelry is something you can get in with not a lot of education, not a lot of know-how, because jewelry sells itself. And you can keep building on that and expounding. And with this class, you can go from not having no experience to knowing within 1 day how to set up your jewelry business. So that's something you might want to do. I just want to let y'all know that we did that for y'all. Everybody, that's prosperwithjamesmack.com. All right. And we're going to go ahead and close it out. Go ahead, my brother.
So before we do that, I just got this one statement.
Go ahead.
A young OG told me this back when I was a teenager, right? We were sitting on the steps of a Baptist church, right? And he said to me at that point, it's easy for one man to go and have sex with 40, 50, 100, 150 women, right? But it's hard and it's difficult and it's actually It takes a real man to make love to one woman 40, 50, 100, times.
Yee. Hey.
And so that stuck with me after all these years.
Mm.
And it really didn't resonate with me because of course I laughed like, man, who wants to do that back when I was a teenager? I think I was like 16, 17 years old.
Mm.
But we just kind of laughed at him when he said that. But now as a grown man, it makes perfectly good sense. Any man, any boy can go out and have sex 40, 50, 100, 150 times, but it takes a real man to make love to one woman 40, 50, 100, 150 times.
I can dig that. That's something that I'm gonna have to sit back and think about myself, and y'all do that too out there, because that's a real statement right there. That takes some real dedication right there. That takes some real dedication. Look here, we want to thank y'all on this Tuesday night. Of course, we building this show up. It's coming up. We see y'all hanging in there. We see y'all dropping comments. We see y'all, getting ready, and this thing is going. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is go ahead and share the broadcast. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's gonna help us. We need to get this thing up. We need to get some more subscribers. We need to get some more followers. We need to get some more likes. I think that this is a program that's helping the community. I think this is something where we ain't all ignorant. As you see, we got callers calling in. We ain't dancing. We ain't getting drunk. I ain't gonna say we ain't gonna have no drink at some point, but I'm just saying we not getting drunk, and we're gonna start having these guests on. So this is the type of thing we want to push in our community. Positive things, stuff that makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, the guys that get drunk and have the conversations is not entertaining, but also let's try to promote some good stuff, some healthy stuff at the same time. Next week, and this is a loose fact, I still got to consult with Mr. Flowers, but next week potentially we're gonna discuss why we deserve reparations. I need my money.
Run me my check.
I need my money. Why do the Indians get to build casinos? They was here just like we was here.
They was here before everybody though.
But I'm saying, what's the difference? They was here, we was brought here. They never became slaves.
They was killed off.
Potentially. They held it down too. So we gonna get some facts on that. Now they got the monkeypox. Hello. Message. But they got reparations. The Chinese people for Pearl Harbor, or what was it, Pearl Harbor?
Yes.
They got reparations. They actually get money. Why?
Because it's too much like right.
They destroyed these. They brought slaves here, and then wait a minute. They promised us that we were gonna get
40 acres. And I mean,
this was on contract. This was written. We were supposed to get 40 acres of mule, y'all, and we ain't getting nothing. And now I was talking to somebody, and I was like, man, don't you understand? Slavery was only 3 generations ago. My grandmother was in slavery.
So that's more than 3 generations.
How's that more than?
But I got you.
My grandmother was in slavery.
So think about what you're saying.
With 4 generations, I'm just saying my grandmother.
Let's just say it this way: it wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't, man. It wasn't long at all. 3 or 4 generations ago, your people was in slavery. Now just look how much time that is. That's not a lot of time. You feel me? Because there's some people out here that was 100 that's still living that was in slavery. There's some people that's 110 right now, and they was picking cotton. My grandma told me she was picking cotton. Go ahead.
Mama Winnie is what we call her. But she was my grandmother's great aunt, right? Who lived to be 101. She was on the field. She was in the field.
She was picking cotton.
And so, yes, you're absolutely correct. We're not that far removed from slavery. And think about, what was it? Tulsa. That area was built up because of of the release of slavery. And so you're talking, when was that? 19.
That was in the 60s.
That wasn't. That was 1920.
Okay,
1921.
Okay, I'm gonna get my facts together. Trust me.
Well, I was born in Tulsa.
Okay.
And so 1921, because last year was the bicentennial. So
Okay.
yeah, 1921. Right?
Okay.
And so yes, you're probably about 4, depending on how old you are and when
Right.
you were born, you're talking probably about 4 or 5 generations removed.
That's not that much. That's not that much at all.
So your grandmother, if you're in your 40s or 30s or 40s, your grandmother probably, her mom or her mom's or her grandma was picking cotton.
That's what my grandma escaped to the north because she was picking cotton. My grandmother,
Right.
she was in Arkansas picking cotton,
Mm-hmm.
and she got on a bus and came up north.
Right.
So her grandmother or her mother, but really her grandmother most definitely was a slave.
So now we're in the midst of the great remember the great migration to the north.
Yeah. Now it's a migration to the
Now it's
south.
a migration to the south.
And we're gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get, because that we'd almost dropped the whole
The whole show again.
So that's what we we may come up with another time, but I think we definitely need to address reparations, because I remember talking, and I'm gonna get off of it, but I remember talking to a Caucasian person that I really cared about, and they was like, "Why do you guys need reparations? You're not gonna do anything but spend the money foolishly." And I was like,
Give it to Gucci and Cadillac.
"It don't matter if we do. It don't matter if we do. We supposed to just continue being broke." Which we ain't gonna continue being broke, but I'm just saying we run those reparations. That's all I gotta say. Run them reparations, man. Because if you run those reparations, you're gonna see how the African American, how you gonna give Mexicans money
Next week.
Ooh,
Next
okay,
week.
okay,
Next week.
all right, I got fired up.
Next
Hey, this is the Status Podcast. I can't even get it out sometimes. This is a Status Podcast. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. And we're going to get it fired up next week. We're going to talk about reparations, man. They supposed to be giving us our money. And, we got Mr. Flowers right here, always bringing you facts and some real news. I'm Mr. James Mack. And we want to go ahead.
It's the Shantastic one.
The Shantastic one. I'm Mr. Mack. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in again. And next week, share this and make sure somebody tune in. Somebody looking like they getting to it right now. So we're going to get up out of here. We down here in Miami, y'all. So I'd be, like some relationship issues right now. But hey, we were just talking about that. He probably found out she cheated on him. He was looking a little salty. She had a nice little shape too on her. Hey, we out. I want to thank y'all. We out. Good night.